Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Recently, a viewer asked me to make a video about whether the Defenders could ever cross over with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, and that immediately got me excited. This is probably a lot sooner than that guy expected, but I just had to do it now. There's such interesting ideas to explore here, not just between the Defenders and the Agents, but also between Marvel Television as a whole. Probably the biggest thing in a way of the Defenders crossing over with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, or really anyone on TV crossing over with anyone else on TV, say Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, whatever, is the platforms they're on. Marvel Studios can easily have whatever characters they own pop into their movies whenever and wherever they want, as long as the actors are down with it. Marvel Television is kinda similar, but they're different in that with them being on TV, their shows are spread across multiple networks and streaming platforms. Therefore, you can see why there may be a problem for Marvel's TV characters crossing over there. For example, would Netflix let Daredevil go on a Hulu show, if that encourages its viewers to go to Hulu? I'm not sure if Netflix could stop Marvel from doing that, but they certainly hold the power to decide which shows are canceled and which ones aren't. So they could potentially pull the rug out from under Marvel, if they do something they don't like. With the networks, it's a bit easier to see, as both ABC and Freeform are owned by Disney, so I can see them connecting, but with streaming it's a bit more complicated. But with that said, could the Defenders go on ABC and cameo in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D? Yeah, I think so, especially thanks to a quote from Jeff Loeb, the head of Marvel TV. When asked if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. could cross over with the Netflix shows, he said, quote, "That's a fair question, and the fair answer is, stay tuned." That's a pretty exciting answer, as it potentially sounds like not only could they meet, but Marvel may very well already have a crossover in the works. So then the question becomes, when and where? It's hard to see the entire Defenders team coming together for an appearance in an episode or two of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Probably just one or two of them, if they do it all. I could certainly see Daredevil and Iron Fist appearing. Also, if I remember correctly, Iron Fist is one of Clark Gregg's favorite characters, so there could be a push from the cast side of things. But this is the reason why I see this video as a sister video of sorts, to Will the Defenders Be in Avengers Infinity War. In that, I asked whether Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist could be in the movie. With time having passed between then and now, it seems like the answer is probably no, at least for Infinity War. This is due to the fact that Jessica Jones and Luke Cage have both been filming over the summer, giving them no time to have filmed cameos for Infinity War. That of course leaves Iron Fist and Daredevil as options, but as we all know, Daredevil isn't exactly too active by the end of the Defenders, and Iron Fist seems like an odd choice to bring on for Infinity War by himself, especially considering how negatively he has been received by audiences. However, something that's been confusing me lately is the reports coming in saying that Marvel's Netflix shows are set to have unusually long shooting schedules for the next seasons. For example, Daredevil Season 3 reportedly starts shooting on October 15th, 2017, and is expected to finish on June 30th, 2018. That's almost 8.5 months, which is pretty far above Marvel and Netflix's usual 6-month shooting schedule. For comparison, Daredevil Season 2 started filming in July 2015 and finished in December of that year. Indeed, this is present with Luke Cage as well, which started filming in June, but according to Mike Colter won't finish until next March, adding up to a shocking 10 months. With Luke Cage, you can take about a month off, as Mike Colter was busy with the Defenders press tour and all that, but that still leaves it with 9 months. So, I have a theory. With Jeff Loeb's comments and the weird shooting schedules, my theory is that Luke Cage, Daredevil, and probably Iron Fist are all going to stop production for about 2 months in early 2018 in order to shoot a big crossover episode between them and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I also think Jessica Jones will be in it, if it happens, but there probably won't be anything filming for Jessica Jones at the time. Now, I'm not saying that this will tie into Infinity War. In fact, I don't think it will. I think it'd be cool if it did, but based on some of the things we know about Infinity War, it's unclear if it makes sense for it to. Also, this brings up questions about the stories themselves. What about Daredevil at the end of the Defenders? What about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now being in space? Well, my theory is that this crossover might not be about Infinity War at all, but it might be something that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 sets up. A big villain of some sort, leading up to a big 2-hour crossover event airing on ABC that potentially unites the Agents, the Defenders, and maybe even the likes of the Inhumans, Ghost Rider, and the Punisher. My guess is this could air next fall, after Daredevil Season 3 comes out, and that way Daredevil has returned by the time this happens. Also, as kind of sad as it is, with Inhumans' failure, it looks like there might not be a Season 2. So that would leave the fall 2018 spot open there, if there isn't. Also, and I'm just spitballing here, but maybe this big crossover could be IMAX and Marvel's next partnership. I'll tell you now, this would draw a much, much bigger crowd to IMAX theaters than Inhumans did. Now, IMAX is reportedly not too keen on working with Marvel again after what happened with Inhumans, so I don't know if that's likely. Also, I don't know just what could unite such a wide range of characters exactly. It'd have to be something big enough that the agents would realize they need help, and also something small enough that characters like Daredevil and the Punisher could do anything to help. But also something with a slightly supernatural edge so that Ghost Rider could play a role, and also something potentially inhuman so that the royal family would take notice. And on top of all that, it'd have to be something that could work for a TV budget. So what would check all that off? Right now, all I've got is the High Evolutionary. He's pretty powerful, but I could see the Defenders being able to fight him, or at least his goons. And he's also got some ties to Inhumans. So maybe we could see a big crossover event called the Evolutionary War that sees the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Defenders, Punisher, Inhumans, Ghost Rider, and maybe even characters like the New Warriors and Cloak and Dagger unite against the High Evolutionary. Now, is this likely to happen? No. It's probably about as likely as Forbush Man getting his own movie nowadays, but if this is happening, and if it's happening next year, Marvel would have to announce it pretty soon, probably at this year's New York Comic Con. So we should know about it soon if it does happen. This kind of evolved from a simple question into a madcap theory, but like I said at the beginning, it just got me really excited. So, could they cross over? Yes, they probably could. But this is how I'd like to see them cross over. But what do you guys think? Should there be a big TV crossover event? Should it be connected to Infinity War or not? Who should be the villain? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.